David Whitman thought he had everything: wealth, a grand estate, and a beautiful young wife, expecting their first child. But one evening, he walked into his home early and found Aisha sobbing, her face bruised, whispering through tears, "Am I ugly? Am I a monkey? Don't I belong in your class?" What David uncovered next inside his own home shook him to his core and nearly destroyed his family's legacy. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Blackish Focus. We share emotional, true, and motivational stories that reveal strength, love, and resilience in ways that touch millions of hearts. From the outside, the Whitman estate looked like perfection. The lawn was manicured, the stone steps pristine, the windows gleaming. To the world, David had built an empire worth admiring. But behind closed doors, silence filled the halls. When he returned home early that night, the silence felt heavier. No music, no laughter, just the faint sound of muffled sobs. He found Aisha in the nursery, hand across her belly, tears staining her face. Her makeup couldn't hide the faint bruises along her jaw. She whispered excuses, slips, accidents, nothing worth worrying about. But David's instincts told him otherwise. Something was poisoning his home, and it wasn't going away on its own. That evening, David overheard staff whispering in the garden, "Poor madam, she doesn't smile like she used to." Another answered, "Don't say it too loud, the old lady comes by too often." The words chilled him. He realized the bruises weren't accidents. He looked toward the cameras he had installed months earlier for security. For the first time, he considered what they might reveal. The next morning, David reviewed the recordings. What he saw shattered him. The footage showed his mother, Eleanor Whitman, walking through the estate like she owned it. At first, smiles. Then her mask slipped. Her fingers stabbing the air, her hand gripping Aisha's arm, shoving her against the counter, even slapping her across the face. David froze, jaw clenched, stomach turning. This wasn't rumor or imagination, it was truth, captured in sharp angles and cold silence. His own mother was tormenting his pregnant wife. If David confronted Eleanor with anger, she'd twist the story into denial. He needed undeniable proof. So he planned a trap, a staged departure, his car parked nearby, cameras live, audio rolling. He would let the truth reveal itself. The next morning, he kissed Aisha goodbye, left loudly, and circled back to watch from his car, tablet glowing with live feeds. Hours passed. Then Eleanor's silver sedan pulled in. She entered without knocking, pearls at her neck, posture flawless. The cameras captured everything, Eleanor sneering, shoving, and finally lifting a knife from the block. That was enough. David raced back into the house. Storming into the kitchen, David's voice thundered, "Enough." Eleanor froze, knife hovering midair. Aisha stumbled back, tears streaming. David pointed to the red, blinking light of the cameras. Every bruise, every threat, every word recorded. The knife clattered to the counter. Eleanor's mask cracked, fear slipping into her eyes. Sirens wailed outside. David had already alerted the authorities. Officers stormed the estate, cuffing Eleanor as neighbors whispered at the gates. "So it's true. Money can't cover this." Aisha clung to David, trembling. He whispered, "You're safe now. I swear it." Weeks later, Eleanor faced court hearings and headlines. The once respected matriarch's name became a symbol of cruelty hidden beneath wealth. David never visited her again. Some ties, he knew, weren't meant to mend. Inside the estate, life began to heal. The nursery was repainted, sunlight poured across the crib, and Aisha's smile slowly returned. Wealth no longer meant business deals or legacy. It meant the quiet joy of love, safety, and family. David's story shows us that the hardest battles are sometimes fought inside our own homes. Love is stronger than legacy, and courage sometimes means standing against your own blood. If this story moved you, remember this: true strength isn't measured in money or power, but in the courage to protect those you love. Subscribe to Blackish Focus for more powerful, emotional, and motivational stories that reveal the strength of love, resilience, and truth.